Okay, good morning, children. How are you all? Let us continue with our Scratch chapter. And today we are going to see about a little movements, how you will be able to do to the sprite. I hope you people have read. I had messaged you people before my next video. You are supposed to read it so that whatever we are doing on this video, you will be able to relate. You will be able to understand. If at all any of you have not read the chapter, when I'm teaching you, when you are going to see this video, just before that, please read it and then see the video. It will actually help you to understand what am I talking about, what is Scratch. Now, what did we read about Scratch? Scratch is a programming language. It is a block-based programming language wherein ready-made blocks are available in the Scratch program, wherein you are just going to drag it, drop it in the area, block area, and run the program and make the computer to do whatever you want to do. So let's get started. A quick recapitulation, children. Okay, this is how your Scratch looks like, right? This is your Scratch menu bars, and this is your designing area. This is your block area. This is the coding area, wherever you're going to do it. What did I say? What this cat is? Cat is nothing but your sprite. What do we call it as? Sprite. Sprite is nothing but any image. Okay, any image which will work according to our instructions. Okay, and the last time I took it as a girl, right? So you can change it. From where you can change it? You can see here new sprite, right? Beside that, we have something called choose sprite from the library. When you click on this, see this window appears from here. You can take any of your any choice of yours. Whichever sprite you want to take it, you can take it. You take it butterfly, building, bat, bass, basketball, a tick button, or anything the way you want it. So let me be, I would go with the cat itself. Let me close it. To close it, click on the cross button over here. So it goes off. Okay, we saw that this is our block area, right? This is our block area. Okay, what did I say you? How if I want to add a new sprite, where do I need to click? Yes, here you can see some 4 buttons are available on top of your block area, right? Above your script, costume, sound. Above that you can see 4 buttons. First one is for duplicating, so that I can have one more sprite, duplicate of it. Then if I want to remove any sprite, delete it. If I want to increase the size of the sprite, or if I want to decrease the size of the sprite, these are the 4 buttons. Okay, let's see what is available for your next your chapter. Yes. So motion blocks are one of the 8 category of Scratch blocks. Okay, can you see here? There are some categories of blocks, right? These are scripts. Scripts are nothing but something written. Okay, something written. So we have written codes, we have written syntax, we have written blocks which are pre-written for us. We don't have to write, we are just supposed to use it in the area. Okay, so we have some predefined scripts available for us. So this is where you are going to use it on your script area. So what are they? One is motion. In that we have 8 categories. What are they? We have 8 categories of different kinds of blocks. So what are they? Looks block, sound, pen, data, event, control, sensing, operators, and more blocks. Okay, or if you want to create your own blocks also, we can do it from make a block of your own choice. If you want to do something in your program or in your game, in your story, whatever you're going to do it, if you want to do that and you don't find any of the blocks available, any of the instructions, whichever you want to use, it's not available here, you can click on more blocks and make a block of yourself. That comes in an advanced version, children. For you, it's not enough. So we'll start with motion. Okay, now when I said last time, I said you write motion means movement, right? Movement. So motion blocks are one of the 8 categories of scratch blocks. They are color coded dark blue and are used to control a sprite movement. So this motion block, see, you can see the blocks are of different color. Children, imagine there you see a program, okay, you see a ready-made program from outside and you want to use it and you don't know which block is where you will get those blocks. So every block is having different color. If you want to have any movement, imagine you want to move the sprite from one place to another, turn around and all. For movement, you have to use motion blocks, right? And motion blocks are of blue in color. Looks, now looks, appearance, costumes, if you want to change anything. So those are available in looks block and they are in purple color. You can see the blocks are in purple color. Sounds are in dark pink color. Then pen in cup, clear, pen down, pen up. If you want to write it, all those things are in green color. Data related are in orange color. Like events are in orange color, little dark orange. Then yellowish color for control. Sensing is in light blue. Operators are in light green color. So every block you can identify with the color of the block. So what is the color of the motion blocks? It is in blue color. Okay, so what it is telling, what do we have here? Move 10 steps. When I say move 10 steps, the sprite moves 10 steps forward. Okay, so instead of we writing, if you want the sprite to move forward, normally if you have to do it, we have to type it, right? We have to type it, but here we are not typing. The ready-made blocks are available. We are just taking, dragging and putting it in our script area. Turn this much degree, like 90 degree means turn 90 degree, or turn towards right side, turn towards left side. So we have all these things. Point in direction, if we have whichever direction you want to point it, 180 degree, all those things. Point towards, imagine you are keeping one more cat here. Okay, one cat is there, one dog is there, and cat face is opposite. So if you want to turn in your program, you want to turn the cat towards the dog, you can say point towards the dog. So here options will be available from where you can just do it. Then we have something called go to x-axis, y-axis, xy points. How do we use it? We will be reading about this in our next classes. Go to mouse pointer. So wherever the mouse pointer is, you are supposed to, whenever I click anywhere, that place the mouse, the particular sprite should come, guide, axis and all these things you will be able to use it in the, let's just concentrate on a simple program now. Okay, move. In the bracket, you have to tell how many steps you want the sprite to move. This is used for movement. So let us try out one. Create a program to move the sprite 200 steps forward. Click File menu, New Options for creating a new program. Select the motion blocks. And after selecting this motion block, drag and drop the move block into the script area. To change the number of the steps, click on the number area and type 200 in it. To run the script, double click on the block, watch the movement of cat sprite on the stage. So this is our simple program. So what did they say? Take a new program. Okay, I'll click on file, I'll take a new one and I'll say don't save. So this is my new program on my system. Okay, and then it is asking me to go to motion tab. So I have clicked, imagine your tab is here, I'll go and click on motion. So motion tab is ready. Now it is telling me to drag and drop, move steps into the script area. So so for dragging and dropping, children, remember one thing, you have to click on the blocks, but do not leave your left click. Keep it pressed. Can you see here? I am keeping it pressed only. So when I press it and until I drop it in my script area, I am not going to leave my left click. So once I keep it in the script area, I will leave the left button. So just see it here. So now I've clicked it. See, now I've clicked it. I am not leaving can you see here on my screen, it is pressed, so I'm not leaving it. So I will come here. I've come here, right? Now I will leave the button. So see now I've left it. So my codes are available in my script area. Now after that, what did it ask us to do? Once you drag and drop the move block into the script area, to change the number of steps, click on the number area and type. Can you see here a white circle in that 10 is written? So just click inside that. It is editable. Children, move and steps will not be editable. Wherever you see a white portion into your blocks, that is editable. You can change it. So now it is asking only 10 steps, but as per our tryouts, it is asking us to change it to 200 steps. So just do one thing, click inside this one, it gets highlighted into the blue color and type it 200. See now you can see it, I have typed it to 200 and click outside. And once you type it and click outside, so your thing is ready. Now what does this block means? We are telling the sprite to move 200 steps forward. So this move and steps are non-editable. Whatever is in the white portions, we are doing it. So now after this one, what is it telling me? To run the script. Now I have to run this script, whatever I have done. So I have told this sprite to move 200 steps. So will it go back, oh friend? No, normally it will go to front portion only. To run the script, double click on the block, watch the movement of the cat sprite on the stage. Children, you can see now here sprite is in the center of the stage, right? Now they are asking me to double click on this particular block. So I don't have to double click outside. I have to keep my cursor, my mouse pointer on the block. Now you can see here and double click. And then once I double click here, this particular cat sprite will come forward 200 steps. Okay, shall we do it? I'm going to double click here. I'm keeping my mouse cursor on the steps block and double clicking it. See, it went right from center, it came forward. So this is how it. Now I will have a small twist here. I'm keeping my mouse pointer here. So instead of me double clicking here, I said you right in my last class saying that flag is for start and red it for stop. So I will add an event to it. So this flag options is available in the event. So I'll go to event block. There is an option called when flag is clicked. When flag is clicked. So I will attach this block to this block. Okay, so how do we do it? See children, can you see here a little pop-up coming from this particular block? This particular block, and you have a small gap in this particular. So this is for fixing it together. See, can you see it? To fix it together. If you keep it like this, a little separate, it is not going to get attached. Everything should be properly placed so that these two blocks get attached. So why I made this one is, this is not in your textbook, okay? So why I made this one is, I am telling the sprite that when I click on flag, you are supposed to move 200 steps forward. So now when I have attached this particular block, I don't have to double click here. Instead of that, I will just click on the flag, the sprite will move. So normally whenever we are writing a block, right, and movement, it is better to use this when clicked. Okay, when we click this one, or you can use event in the sense when. Okay children, just remember event means when I do this should happen, when I do that should happen, right? You are able to understand? When I press enter button, this should happen, the sprite should jump. When I press space button or anything like that, you are just telling instructions when this particular event happens. So when this particular key is been pressed, what the sprite is supposed to do. So this event block is about that one. What is it? About when. Motion is about movements. Events is about when a button. So I said, again I will repeat it. When I click on flag, the cat sprite should move 200 steps forward. So you will be asking, where is it all written? It is the meaning of these block, this program is that only when flag clicked, sprite should move 200 steps forward. So let me do it. I'll just click on this. See, I'm not going to click on the block. I've taken my mouse cursor here and I'm clicking on the flag. See, it came forward, right? This is how all about your Scratch sprite movement. This is all about your Scratch movement. Okay, this is how we do it. Now next thing, turn degree clockwise. Turn degree clockwise in the sense, now this particular sprite is looking forward towards the right side. Now I want it to look down. Okay, 90 degree. From this side to this side, how much it is? It is 90 degree. Okay, so I want it to look down. So for that, to turn the, we say, right, your PT teacher always says you to turn around, about, turn your right side, turn your left side the same way. When I want this particular mouse to turn around its left side, I have to give some instructions. So for that, what it is, clockwise in the sense how the clock sticks moves, right? It moves like this towards your right side. That is called as clockwise. If it moves towards your left side, it is called as anti-clockwise. Let us see how this block works. The turn degree is a motion block, turns its sprite the specified amount of clockwise or counterclockwise, is nothing but anti-clockwise. Depending on which block is used, this changes the direction of the sprite facing. Yes, wherever the sprite is facing, it will turn around. How much degree? 5 degree, 6 degree, 7 degree, 10 degree, 30 degree. I suppose in your maths you will be able to read about the degrees, right? Okay, now we have learned this one, right? Turning around the clockwise. Let's see, it is asking us to try out. Create a program to turn the sprite 90 degrees clockwise. Click File menu option, create a new one, select the motion block, drag and drop the turn block into the sprite area. To change the number of the degree, click on the number area and type 90 degree. To run the script, double click on the block, watch the movement of cat sprite on the stage. Point in the direction block. The point in the direction block is motion block, point its sprite to the specified value. This changes the sprite's direction. Now let's do it. I want to remove this particular block. How should I remove? I have to again drag this from the script area and put it in the block area. So it will be removed. Okay, here, or just do right click on the block and just say delete. It will go off. Either you can drag and drop it back or you can do delete, whatever is comfortable for you people. Now, what are we going to learn today? The second thing is to move the sprite. The sprite is looking towards the right side. Now I want it to look down. So how should I do? Again, it is a movement, right? Turn around, all those things. It is not, is it not motion? Yes, it is motion. It is about movement. So whenever we are doing some movement, which block are we supposed to go to? We are supposed to go to motion, right? Now I will take this try. Yes, I will put it in the script area. Now it is asking, say by default it is 15 degree. We want it to be on 90 degrees. So what are we supposed to do? I want to change this 15. Where I should click? I have to click inside the white and I can type it. I am typing 90. Yes. So I have not added when flag, right? I have not added. We will add that also and we will see. So again, without that event, without this when flag clicked event, without that, if I have to run the program, what am I supposed to do? I have to double click on this code, right? On this block. So now I am telling sprite, when I double click here, you are supposed to turn 90 degree. I'll double click it here. See, now the sprite went down, correct? Again, I want it to come towards this right side. Double click again, see? So as and when I double click, it'll. So now let's just add it one twist, event. I'll add event. I will take this when. Okay, see now when I click on the flag, it will turn down. So this code means when flag is clicked, sprite should turn 90 degree. See, again once more, let me do it. So this is how your clock moves, right? This is clockwise. And if you want to go for anti-clockwise, let's see it. So I will take this off and see here. The next one, this is towards clockwise. This is counterclock. So I'll click it here. See, it is going ulta. And now it is going slowly. Why? Because it is just moving 15 degree. I'll just use it as 90 again here. And let me click it. See? Yes, this is how it is been done. This is how it has been done. Now, okay, this is what it is written in your textbook. With this, we finish our chapter, but I just want you, we will do a small twist. Whatever two blocks we have learned, right? We have learned about moving forward and we have learned about turning. So let's combine this two and see how it works. Okay, I'll keep my sprite here and I'll just remove it, this one, motion. I will put move also here. Okay, so I will put it as 200. This is what we have learned, correct? So I want the sprite to move forward, okay, 200 steps, and then turn down and again move forward. So what, correct? So how I want the mouse, how I should give this instructions to the sprite? I will say, sprite, when I click the flag, you have to go first forward 200, then take a 90-degree turn, and then go forward 200. There is a cat available. Okay, I will do it once again. I'll take a new sprite here. I'm clicking on a new sprite. So that particular cat likes a bowl. Okay, so I'm just keeping a bowl here. And the cat has to go to this one bowl. It has to reach to the bowl to eat something. Okay, so event. This is my game. I want this cat to reach to the bowl. When clicked, okay, then motion. Go 10, 200 steps forward. Let's see. Okay, then turn 90 degree. Yes, and then again move 200 steps. I am keeping one more time, right? So now when I click this, it will go front, turn, and then again take 200 steps. So let's see how our things are working. If there are any changes, we have to do it again. I'll click the flag. Let me do it. Oh shit, we added for the bowl. See, I added all these things for the bowl. The bowl went off. Again, I will keep it back. I want to make the sprite again, turn towards it. What did I do wrong, children? Tell me. What did I do? I wrote all the codings for the bowl. Who has to move? The sprite cat has to move, but I made the bowl to move. See? Yes. So what am I doing? Yes. Okay, I see here. Can you see in the sprite area? Bowl is selected. Rather, whatever I've written, it was applying to the bowl, but we have to make the cat move. So I have to select the cat first. Okay, and then I will take it again. The same thing, we will write it here, 90 degree. And then again, take a one more thing and we will do 200 here. All right, let's see now. See, it reached, right? I should keep it now here. Correct? We are selecting this one. So now the cat reached to the bowl. Let me do it once more. I'll just click it. Let's see it goes. Yes, it reached to the bowl, right? This is how you can actually make small events, and whatever you're writing, everything will be here designed. Children, as I said in my last class, this much is only available in your chapter, but additional to that, we will be doing few more blocking, because nowadays blocking has become a important technologies. So we will do some small experiments here and there, and I'll share you. And nobody has given me your email ID. If you're able to download it, is well and good. I want you people to practice Scratch on your computer systems. You will definitely enjoy, and it is the need of the hour, in the sense now we really need to get into codings. Okay, and please do practice whatever I have taught you today. I will be sending the worksheet, plus, as I said, I will definitely go for a few more exercises and experiments, whatever we are going to do, some few more tryouts. Okay, in your chapter, it's only about motion tab. Okay, motion, how to move it, how to turn it. We will see some more. We have learned about event, right? Event, when clicked, when. So we will see some more simple programs in our future classes. We will go ahead, but until for this one, it is more than enough. It seems as per your class textbook. The worksheet I'll be sending, please read the chapter and download the app software on your computer systems and do practice. Until then, bye-bye.